And the cornerstone of this effort is simply that the inventor of the game was colorblind, who mentored a black man on how the game should be played, along with my personal experience playing for Paul Westhead at Loyola Mountain University, a playing style that fully embraces and is reflective of the James Naismith philosophy. I know the market would benefit and appreciate a basketball variant that fully embrace and embody James Naismith, the founder, inventor of the game of basketball, his philosophy on how the game should be played, creating an unadulterated platform where the original spirit of basketball can play free.
That we get back to talking about this community, because I think that's one way, and that I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it may be the tagline you use there. If you change the game, change the community.
I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker. I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker.
Great question. So, the No Backboard Basketball League, the vision of it is a new recreational basketball platform to provide opportunities for Black and brown individuals to actually own wealth creating assets in the sports space. Welcome to the No Backboard Basketball Show. I am your host, Mark T. Armstrong, the inventor of Basketball Remix and founder of the No Backboard Basketball League. The No Backboard Basketball League is envisioned as an alternative basketball development platform, an alternative basketball recreational platform, and alternative basketball entertainment platform. Purpose: to make a positive impact on American basketball. To learn more about my why, visit Amazon and look for my book, No Backboard Basketball, Remixing Basketball as a Catalyst for Change. Again, that's No Backboard Basketball, Remixing Basketball as a Catalyst of Change, and that's available on Amazon. Join our community. We are on the verge of launching a dynamic effort that will serve as a pathway for individuals actually to become owners in aspects of the No Backboard Basketball League and the envisioned ecosystem that we're developing. Go to nobackboard.com. Nobackboard.com. You'll see a field for your email address. Drop your email address in there and tap in, join this fantastic journey. And support the effort. Go to nobackboard.store, nobackboard.store. Pick up some gear, a hat, a shirt, or one of our 20 tracks in our No Backboard Basketball music catalog. I'm confident you'll find a couple of bangers in there that resonate with you, and be one of the first in your community, in your area, to be rocking our gear, blasting our music, and letting people know that you're supporting this effort of the No Backboard Basketball League. Again, that's nobackboard.store. All right. I think that's all of the house cleaning. I'm really excited about today's conversation because I haven't really heard anyone approach basketball in the history of basketball from this perspective. So today I'm framing the history of basketball with the backdrop of the legendary and biblical story of the inherent and divine conflict between Isaac and Ishmael, the sons of Abraham. Now, I never heard of anyone speak to the two games of basketball from this perspective, so expect to be wowed. The inventor of basketball, James Naismith, produced two Hall of Fame coaches. Now, one coach played for Dr. James Naismith, who was the first coach at the University of Kansas, and the other never played for Naismith, but was mentored by Naismith when he was in his 70s, and I believe he was the athletic director at the University of Kansas at this time. Now, one coach went on to become considered the father of basketball coaching, while the other would go on to be considered the father of the fast break. But there hasn't been a unanimous bestowing of that title on this coach. Now, who are these coaches? Well, for those who are basketball historians, you already know one is Forrest Phog Allen, who played basketball for the inventor of the sport, James Naismith, at the University of Kansas. Coach Allen and Naismith, get this, disagreed on how basketball should be played. The game Naismith invented, this student disagreed with Naismith on how the game played. You see, so due to Naismith's own personal athletic background in playing rugby and lacrosse, he viewed basketball as a sport that was to be played and not coached, right? Meaning that all of the coaching strategy, game plan, etc., all of that should take place prior to the game. Once the game starts, just let the athletes play. Now, it's said that Coach Allen resisted this approach so much that he intentionally set out to prove Naismith wrong. Now, considering his overall success and impact on the game through his own coaching tree, coaches who coached under Allen and went on to become Hall of Fame coaches themselves, one would consider that the father of basketball coaching did prove Naismith wrong. The other coach is a black man named John B. McLendon. McLendon didn't play for Naismith, but was a student at the University of Kansas. Now, Naismith just didn't mentor John McLendon. Naismith actually became like a guardian angel for McLendon on campus and helped launch McLendon's coaching career. There are dozens of stories of Naismith intervening on McLendon's behalf as a student at the University of Kansas, even threatening to quit as athletic director if some of the racial policies on campus weren't addressed. You see, Naismith was considered a colorblind man, and combined with his personal affection for John B. McLendon, it wouldn't be a gamble to say that Naismith, he wouldn't like the current state of basketball and the racial disparities and imbalance we have in the levels of decision-making and equity in the sport of basketball. Again, Naismith got McLendon his first coaching job at a local high school in Kansas. And from there, McLendon started his Hall of Fame coaching career. Now, you personally can do the research to find a list of accomplishments and firsts that John B. McLendon racked up. He was an innovator and a pioneer. For many, McLendon, again, is considered the inventor of fast break basketball and full court traps. Now, here's a clip from a ESPN 2008 documentary, Black Magic, that speaks to McLendon's meeting James Naismith, Naismith's vision on how the game should be played, and how McLendon became the first coach in history to implement a style of basketball in the image of Dr. James Naismith's philosophy. Check it out.
But basketball was his love.
He wanted to go to Springfield College, where basketball was invented by Dr. Naismith. But then his father discovered that Dr. Naismith was right there at the University of Kansas.
So he took his son up there, told him to go see Dr. Naismith. John McLendon walked into his office and said, "You're going to be my advisor." Dr. Naismith said, "Who told you that?" And John McLendon said, "My father." Dr. Naismith said, "Fathers are always right." And I think Naismith really saw something exceptional about this young man and saw the passion for the game of basketball.
Naismith told him that the whole nature of basketball was to have activity. And the better you could play, the faster you could play, the more entertaining it was.
Dr. Naismith said it always bothered him when he would pass playgrounds and he would see kids playing in one basket, that he did not mean for the game to be played in one basket. The game should be played from baseline to baseline.
When McLendon left school, he went to North Carolina College, became the head basketball coach, and developed most of his theories on the fast break based on the Naismith philosophy.
The that time, the type of basketball being played all over the country was basically a half-court game. Played slow.
McLendon invented a game that was vigorous, lively, at top speed.
Coach McLendon devised a system where the ball should be shot an average of a shot every 8 seconds.
The fast break from a missed field goal. This fast break from a made field goal.
Now you got it, boy.
When you play these teams, you better be ready. I mean, emotionally and physically, the whole ball of wax, so they coming at you.
So let's summarize. Dr. James Naismith invented the sport of basketball and stayed involved with the game his entire life, becoming the first basketball coach at the University of Kansas. There are 2 Hall of Fame basketball coaches that come from the James Naismith's coaching tree. And at the stump of this tree, there's a split in philosophies. One coach rejects James Naismith's philosophy of no in-game coaching, and the game should be played as fast as possible, baseline to baseline, both on offense and defense. This coach who rejected Naismith's philosophy becomes the father of basketball coaching, and his influence is felt today. The other coach who embraced Naismith's philosophy and designed a style of play reflective of the James Naismith philosophy invented the first documented fast break and full court basketball system. This story encapsulates the historical tension between black basketball and white basketball. With black basketball for decades being coded as street ball, right? So, yet we all know what we're talking about when we say white basketball and black basketball, right? White basketball is the coaching, controlling, and dictating player movement on the court. And what's interesting is even with the emergence of read and react offenses that appear to give more freedom to basketball players, the introduction of analytics slaps those steel bracelets and handcuffs right back on the players because coaches are dictating the type of shots players make. You even have guys passing up wide open layups to pass the ball out for a 3-point attempt. So while street ball has always been known for its freedom, its fluidity, its creativity, and its improvisation, there's a reason why black basketball from the Black Five era and the early Rucker Parks era is associated with the Harlem Renaissance and jazz musician, and why the And One mixtapes and mixtape tour became a hip hop cultural phenomenon, and why every rapper says, they have the saying, every rapper wants to be a hooper and every hooper wants to be a rapper. And it's been this tension between white basketball and black basketball that kept the New York Renaissance from being included in one of the basketball leagues that predated the NBA. It's been this tension between white basketball and black basketball that the dunk was outlawed when Lou Alcindor came to college. It's been this tension between white basketball and black basketball that there's a documented effort to keep the dunk outlawed or raise the rim to 11 feet or higher. And it's been this tension between white basketball and black basketball that I think analytics have been used to justify an over-reliance and commitment to the three-point shot. Okay, Mark T. Thank you for the history lesson and drawing a clear distinction in between the 2 different types of basketball in the United States. And that all of this can be traced, this tension and separation can be traced all the way back to the inventor of the game, James Naismith. But what are you doing, Mark T? Well, first, I know that the James Naismith philosophy of basketball, championed and demonstrated by the success of John McLendon, is the best style of basketball because it creates the most opportunities to win games. John McLendon won 3 straight NAIA national championships, the first college coach to do so, from my understanding, at any level. More importantly, I know from personal experience. I played in the most prolific documented offense in the modern era under Paul Westhead at Loyola Marymount University. Coach Westhead's teams at Loyola Marymount University between 1988 and 1990, those 3 teams averaged 2.75 points per minute, 2.8 points per minute, and 3.05 points per minute. If you were to extrapolate that point production from a 40-point college game to a 48-minute NBA game, all 3 of Coach Westhead's teams would be the top 3 scoring teams in NBA history. With my team in 1988, that averaged 2.75 points per minute, being 3rd on that list, and still have an 8-point gap on the 1981-82 Denver Nuggets, who averaged 26.5 points per game. Coach Westhead's teams hold the top 3 scoring averages in NCAA history. Coach Westhead's teams have played in the top 5 highest scoring games at NCAA March Madness, and achieving all of this with no more than, at any given time, two NBA quality players and a bunch of mid-level athletes, college mid-level talent. I'm convinced that if the late great Hank Gathers was healthy for the 89-90 season, that team could have won the national championship. And we see glimpses of that in their opening E19 game with UNLV of that season, as well as their game against LSU that featured at that time Chris Jackson, Stanley Roberts, and Shaquille O'Neal. So, Westhead later won a WNBA championship playing this style of basketball without the full court press. So, I have taken my understanding of the 2 worlds of basketball in the United States, my admiration for both Dr. James Naismith and John McLendon, and my personal experience playing in what I feel is the greatest documented basketball offense in modern basketball, and incorporated this understanding into rules of the sport we feature in the No Backboard Basketball League and our business model. What am I getting at? Well, first, our sport is a faster, more challenging variant of basketball, making it both entertaining to watch and extremely challenging to play, which results in impact on skill development, stamina, overall basketball IQ, which translates into enhanced performance on backboard basketball. And second, understanding that white basketball has all the money and has a documented history of suppressing black basketball energy in their space. Our business model is designed to be more of a direct consumer, both for entertainment and economic opportunities, in an effort to create pathways for more black and brown individuals to own wealth-creating assets in the industry of sports, particularly basketball. And the cornerstone of this effort is simply that the inventor of the game was colorblind, who mentored a black man on how the game should be played, along with my personal experience playing for Paul Westhead at Loyola Marymount University, a playing style that fully embraces and is reflective of the James Naismith philosophy. I know the market would benefit and appreciate a basketball variant that fully embrace and embody James Naismith, the founder, inventor of the game of basketball, his philosophy on how the game should be played, creating an unadulterated platform where the original spirit of basketball can play free. That is the fourth cornerstone to the four corners that build the base of the why for the No Backboard Basketball League and promoting the sport currently we refer to as Basketball the Remix. Hey, make sure you view the first three segments of this portion of our 20-year celebration of our first game. If you've watched this video here and those other three videos, you will be able to have a clear understanding and appreciation of my hustle, my grind, my faith, my persistence, and my resilience, knowing that we have something that not only will change the game, but ultimately will change communities. Hey, I appreciate your time. We're wrapping up this episode here. I'm Mark T. Armstrong, and I will see you at the top. Be blessed.
I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker. I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker.